Okay, everyone, welcome to Stephen Irizarry's interview testimonial for the Evolved Executive Framework. Super excited to have him here. Him and I have been working together for the last 4 months. We've achieved some pretty amazing things in our time together. And I'm really looking forward to have you here, man, because it's been a grind. It's been a lot of fun, some good work. We've changed your work ethic. We've shifted a lot of things, health-wise, business-wise, everything. And so why don't we start off with you introducing yourself to the people who might be watching? Let us know a little bit of information about you. Obviously, you're in real estate, so tell us what you're doing in real estate, a little bit about your family, just kind of a background on you, man. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, appreciate it. Tahj, you're the best, by the way, man.
Thank you, bro.
You've helped me scale my fitness and performance. But yes, I'm a realtor in New York City. I live in Long Island. I have 4 small children. My wife is a domestic engineer. She takes care of everything at home. Calling her a stay-at-home mom is will be cutting her short. But you know, I have a lot of little people that are looking for me to live for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself, thanks to a referral from Pete. Can't forget to shout out Pete.
Yeah, Pete Diaz. Check out his testimonial too. It's on the webpage.
Yes, thanks for Pete. He connected us together, and yeah, my before and after is shocking to myself.
Yeah.
You know, I went into this year. I think everybody has a word or phrase that they stick to for a year, or some people, at least mine was consistency. And I just wanted to, whatever I got into this year, I just wanted to be consistent.
Right.
And I took that approach with your program. You know, there are trainers who can do virtual training. There are people who claim to be able to do a lot. Some people have, you know, the system that they use isn't really ideal for everybody. Yours, your personality, your system, and the way you operate in terms of accountability was second to none for me. And I really appreciate everything that you've done to help me get my life in terms of my fitness in order. And you know, at this point, if I'm not working out to begin my day, I feel like I'm not in my optimal best possible form to execute and to deliver on all the goals and the ideas and the things that I want to accomplish every given day. As a realtor in any market, but specifically New York City, we deal with a lot. You know, half of the battle is putting out fires, and the other half is getting deals done and getting new business. And if you're not right in your peak performance, in terms of your mental state, then you're not going to be able to operate in your peak performance. Or in your physical state, I should say. If you're not in your peak performance in your physical state, you're not going to be able to operate in your peak performance in your mental state. 100%. It goes hand in hand, and that's something that I've helped to not only embed into my daily life and my habits, but it's taking over everything in terms of how I operate. Even on quote unquote cheat days, my cheat days aren't cheating. It's sort of like, you know, I'm always focused on getting.
It's a lifestyle change, man. It's a part of who
you
are.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it. It's really, you know, couldn't have put it in a better way. It's a lifestyle change, and I feel so much better, health-wise, energy-wise, and
I love it.
And I wake up feeling like I could murder the day.
Yes.
And whoever gets in my way is gonna take an L. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And there's no competing with anybody. It's just competing with myself and how I was yesterday. And if I could become better than I was yesterday, then I'm in a better place. And there's no better way to do that than fucking yourself up in the morning and improving on what you did the day before and saying, I'm going to do one better than I did yesterday. Or I'm just going to be a better version today than I was yesterday. And if you could do that starting off your day, then it kind of just translates throughout the rest of your day with everything that you do throughout the day. So
100%.
Yeah, man, I can't thank you enough, bro. If I could do 1 million testimonials, I would do 1 million testimonials, my man. And I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, man. That's amazing. That's a great way to start this thing. And you're right. It's a chain reaction. When you start your day
Yes.
with the right clarity, the right alignment, the right focus, the right physical actions, it leads you to a more successful day because you're simply stacking wins, right?
Right.
As an agent, your whole goal in life should be stacking wins, getting shit done, going out, hunting, gathering, making it happen, right?
Right.
I'm so glad that I've been part of this journey, man. So what were some of the things that you faced as challenges before we met?
Just I think just having a better understanding of how your diet affects your daily habits and your energy throughout the day.
Right.
I was doing great before,
Mm-hmm.
but I was tired. I wasn't optimized. I wasn't in my optimal. I wasn't working in my optimal state,
Right.
both physically and mentally.
Right.
And I was gonna say, when you have that dopamine flowing through your system in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and you start working on that vision of how you want to be 5 years from now, how you want to be 10 years from now, and you try to have that come to life, and like some people get that sense of vision when you're in a shower, right, or when you're driving, but you get
Right.
no better vision of that than actually when you have that dopamine flowing through your system. And I didn't realize that until I started working with you. So
Awesome. Yeah, getting your morning routine right, getting everything super clear first thing in the morning, getting that exercise. Excellent, man. So what were some of the things early on that we implemented to help you get results?
I think just the on top of the circuit training, like the circuits that you put together, were customized for what I needed.
Right.
And for my body shape and weight and stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But also your weekly Monday morning videos, I think were very, very key because it gives you, going off of your Saturday and Sunday, quote unquote, off days and starting over fresh, it kind of gives you a little enlightenment on why these things that you're going to be doing throughout the week are going to benefit you. And I still preach that dopamine shit to everybody, my agents, my clients, my family. So yeah, man. I mean, the videos were the videos and the train and the structure of the training were key for me.
Awesome. So I'm curious, how did the structure and everything that we just discussed, your morning routine, how did that affect your efficiency with your mindset and with your business? Have you noticed an efficiency increase at all?
I think, yeah, we're all creatures of habit, right?
Yeah.
Habits take they're not done overnight, right? Habits aren't created overnight. You have to consciously focus on creating a new habit. And once you create a new habit, our bodies, our brains are naturally set to go on kind of like cruise control, because if we're using less energy in trying to think through everything that we do, we're going to be fucking tired by the middle of the day. So we go on cruise control half of the day, and if we're creating good habits in the morning, then those habits kind of carry on throughout the day. 100%. And in the beginning, it was a conscious focus of what I needed to eat, how I needed to eat, how much I needed to intake, and you said it in the beginning, like it's going to get to a point where you can portion out your food and you know exactly what you need to take in. And yeah, it's just forming good habits, man. That I've always heard people say, you got to start out with this morning routine. Or you hear successful people, you got to have your morning routine down pat. And it's like, what the fuck is your morning routine? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but having this morning routine set up to where I'm waking up, banging out a good workout, getting my kids ready for school, and while I'm transitioning, because people don't talk about, hey, listen, you got to use the bathroom at some point in the morning, right? Of course. So after I'm working out and I'm washing up and I'm in the bathroom getting ready to get my family ready for the day in school, your dream state is on a different level. Like you're the manifestation that you can have at that period of time is different than any other time that you try to manifest anything that you want to come and try to manifest. It's like you know, and people don't understand that, how like if you think about like, hey, listen, like, you know, and be realistic with your manifestations, right? You can't go from like making $20,000 a year to becoming a millionaire. But if
Right.
if you focus on, hey, I want to have a better relationship with my children, or
Mhm.
hey, I want to have a better relationship with my wife, or hey, I want to get incrementally better at this, or
Yeah.
I want to make this amount of money, or I want to accomplish that. You could do whatever the fuck you want. Excuse me for
So true.
cursing, but you could do
No, it's
anything
all
you
good. We
want.
fucking swear here, man. It's all good. We're
That's
all
it.
men. We're,
You
we're
could
all
do any
adults. Yeah.
you could do anything that you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
You literally just have to start and just trust the process. You know,
100%.
I think just
100%.
trusting the process with Tahj. If you do that, you know, use me as an example. Like I went from 198 to 168, and
Boom. 30
I
pounds, baby. 30 pounds.
30
How does it
pounds in
feel to
4
have
months.
that 30 pounds down?
Man, I am extremely energized, and I can I feel like a hunter. I could go out and hunt all day long, and I could keep going, bro. I could keep going. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's those days that you have to put in extra hours. A lot of us are business owners,
Mhm.
entrepreneurs, realtors, and you know we have to put in some crazy hours.
Yep.
But the energy that I have, like for example, yesterday I got home. I do a little bit of everything. Like I have a real estate team.
Mhm.
I have new development projects. I rehab and purchase and fix and flip my own houses, and I have my own Airbnb business now.
Right.
And I took my construction workers home at like 10:45 last night. I got home. I understood that I couldn't eat like a maniac when I got home, even though I didn't eat much throughout the day. So I took a little portion in.
Right.
I woke up at 6 o'clock, and I banged out, and I had an
Mhm.
11 a.m. meeting this morning with a very good company in New York City, and I
Yeah.
feel like I murdered it. And now I have to go and continue my day. And I have a lot more I need to accomplish, but I know that you know I have the energy and the wherewithal and the mental capability of being able to get everything I need to get done on a high level today. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
100%, man. Oh, I love that, brother. You give me chills, you give me goosebumps because it's all about peak performance. People don't understand that if you just decide to get healthy, it's not going to fix everything. It's about
Right.
developing the high performance habits you need, the strategies you need, the fitness you need, the routines you need, the morning routines that you need to develop that peak performance state. Once you have that state, you can crush literally everything, right? So I'm curious,
Right.
Steve, what were some of your biggest, well, we talked about the results, we're 30 pounds down. Were there any other tangible results that you noticed from the program other than your weight, other than your ability to go out and get after it? Like what were some of the other tangible benefits from the program?
I mean, I'm working out. I'm doing my workouts from home,
Mm-hmm.
and I said it earlier. I have 4 small children, and I
Right.
think it's all habit forming in life. You want to create positive habits for yourself and for your family.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I love is my kids, and they range from ages 9 to 1, and my kids being able to see me work out from home
Yeah.
and know like and see the change in my body, right, and my energy, right.
Right.
And my wife works out, but she goes to the gym. She drops, you know, the kids are off at school. She drops the kids off at the daycare at the gym, so they don't visually see the workout, right? So
Right.
for the kids to really be able to see me bang out, like I was on vacation last week, and my son, who's a year and a half, was picking up bands and
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
doing you know, inclines like and
Yeah.
shoulder, and it's like, bro, like I took a video. I'm like, this little dude, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, you know, is gonna live with them, you know, for the rest of their lives. They're gonna
It's going to
understand
be
how important.
ingrained. It's going
Yeah,
to
it's gonna be ingrained in them into their mental, because they understand how important it is for dad to
be.
work out, and they'll probably be wondering like, why the hell is dad working out when I'm waking up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
But when they get older, and they, you know, it'll click, and they'll always have that question like, why the
Mm-hmm.
hell does dad work out every morning? But knowing that, it motivates the shit out of me as well, and
Yeah.
knowing that, you know, I can't stop, you
Yeah.
know,
I
because
love it.
I'll it's one thing to be lazy and let yourself down, but when you're letting your kids down and you're letting your family down, it's a totally different letdown. And I say this to a lot of people, and I'll say it to you guys. I don't know if you guys think like this, but I always think about, the end of my time, right? When my time comes to an end,
Yeah.
and the best version of myself coming to see the best version of myself. Like, dude, this could have been you if you would have just went harder.
Yeah.
And I don't want to live with any regret. I don't want to live and say, damn, I could have went harder. I could have lived to see my great grandkids, or I could have lived to see, walk my daughter down the aisle. And sometimes things can't be, sometimes unfortunately God has other plans, cancer and things like that just happen.
Yeah.
God bless everybody. I think we've all been touched by someone who had cancer, but as long as you eat right and you focus right, and you try to do the best as you can. That's my whole thing, is just try to constantly be the best version of myself every day.
I love it.
And I don't want to have any regrets when God calls, when God calls me at that time. So.
Yeah. Oh man, that's powerful. That's so powerful and so true, man. So what were some of your biggest takeaways from the program? Like, if you could take some things away from the program, what were some of your biggest takeaways? It could be as far as nutrition is concerned, training is concerned, mindset is concerned. What were some of your biggest takeaways?
I mean, nutrition first and foremost, because you can work out as good as you can, but if you're not eating right, you hear the corny corny cliche of, abs are made in the kitchen. But I mean, your body is, if you want to optimize and see the results, your diet, it starts with, number one, it starts with, I can't say it enough, good habits, right? Like you've embedded that. And good habits in terms of what you eat. And, you can't see the best version of yourself if you're not eating right.
Right.
And you can't be the best version of yourself if you're just eating. Like, if I work out and I'm going to eat like 2 bowls of mac and cheese and just like, listen, I love my funnel cakes, man, but I don't, I love, people love their, ice cream and stuff, and their desserts and stuff. But, I understand, like, I can't eat like a maniac, you know what I'm saying? I think it's diet and just how dopamine, like, people aren't really aware of, and I wasn't aware, that's why I mentioned it a few times, like, I wasn't aware of the power of dopamine and how you could use that chemical that we produce organically. And instead of, people get trips of dopamine and hits of dopamine by going on social media. Like, people get
tons of dopamine from social media. Social media companies are built to make you release dopamine so that you never put them down.
Like social media, right? We're a bunch of guys here, so porn, right? Like, 100%. Different shit, like, and we're wasting it. You can only produce but so much throughout the day, and you're wasting it. So if you want to optimize the best version of yourself, like, you got to really understand how your body works, and understanding how and when you're getting hits of dopamine, you could really, like, it could really be transformative. You could really, because people think like, oh, my brain is talking to me and it's controlling me. Like, no, motherfucker, you control your brain.
Control your brain.
You control yourself. Like, if you have a habit of doing something, just tell yourself, and you got to tell yourself, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. It's, and then once you do that a few times, it'll just turn into a habit. But yeah, just diet, habit forming, and just, dopamine in general. It's like, those were keys for me. It's not gonna be keys for everybody, but they were keys for me. I love learning, and that was like, those were great for me.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. So let me ask you this: do you feel empowered by the knowledge that you've learned? Because there's a few times where you've mentioned like the curriculum, because every single week there's a new educational video. Every single week you and I meet one-on-one to go over educating you on mindset and fitness and everything like that. Do you feel empowered by the knowledge that you've learned in this program?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and while I was in the program, I had a kidney stone issue, and it kind of put me back. And listen, we're all, there are going to be things, right? They're going to pop up. It could be, personal. It could be a family member. There's going to be setbacks, like, but just understanding that you can't, number one, you can't stress about stuff you can't control. Number two, you just got to stay consistent with the promise you made to yourself when you started the program, of just to work yourself through all trials and tribulations. And yeah, you know, and the accountability that you gave, you know, was
Yep.
fantastic. It helped me work through some of the, you know, because there was a couple of weeks that I couldn't work out. Like, you know, and
Yeah.
I was still like, I would eat right, number
Mhm.
one, so I could maintain, and I did what I could, and I wasn't able to bang out the whole routine, but I did what I could, and
And
when
you
I
didn't beat yourself up. You learned that in life there are times of sprint, there are times of walk, there are times of slow pace, right? Like
just keep
there's
going.
you just keep moving forward, one foot in front of the next, right?
That's
Brother, I
it.
love it. I love it, man. So let me ask you this. What would you tell a fellow realtor that may have been in your position in the past? Someone who's seen me on the social media, they don't know what to think. What would you tell someone if they're kind of sitting on the fence, afraid to jump in, do a phone call, get on the program? What would you tell them?
If you think you're doing great, you could do better. And if 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 you are just happy with being lazy, then God bless you. But
Yeah.
there's better, like anything. Like you wanna get another deal done because you want that hit of dopamine. You
Mhm.
wanna, you know, sometimes things just fall into your lap. Well, take this opportunity as, if you're watching this is just falling into your lap.
Yep.
And you need to take heed to what we're saying, and put that action. And listen, if you just give Tahj 4 months of your time
Mhm.
and just be true to yourself and just be true to Tahj, um, you'll be surprised on how you'll feel and how accomplished you'll feel, and the amount of great things that you could do, and you'll be able to get more hits of dopamine by closing more deals
Yeah.
after working with Tahj.
Boom! Hell yes, man. I love that so much. Steven, you're an absolute legend. Guys, Steven committed. He made a decision. He showed up and he made it happen. If you're on the fence right now, if you've seen my hundreds of other testimonial videos from other men, like-minded men that want to get better in business, fitness, life, it all comes down to these same principles. Take action, book a phone call. Let's see how we can help. Steven, thank you so much for taking the time out of your
You're
super
welcome.
busy day to give some honest feedback on the program. I appreciate you. And guys, just so you are aware, Steven has decided to continue. So we are going to continue crushing goals for the next few months, maybe even beyond. And we're going to take them to an entirely new level. Thank you so much for watching. Steven, you're a beast. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.